Okay, coach. This issue is not peculiar in the sense that we've seen several legends of the game. Even at times when you just lose and you get people to insult, to say things and all that. Several players that we've talked to, but like from all these that you've seen and with your experience, of course, since of course it's over 3 decades now, just for players that might want to come up or that are present now, that I will have challenges when maybe they will feel disappointed that they were not supported at the right time or something. What can you just, what's your brief advice for them? Or what are the lessons you are learning or you've learned?
Well, first of all, as a Nigerian, I would say a legend. I've done so much for the country, playing and coach under 20s, under 23s, have 2 Olympic medals. You know, if things like this happen to one of these legends, I think the Nigerian government should be the one trying to take care of this problem. You understand? If the government cannot help, you know, it becomes a big problem because I can't. FIFA is more than even the government. They have too much money. So if Nigerian government would have been the one to respond to FIFA, would have been a different case. But it's never actually happened. So I'm left alone to fund for myself and start begging like, you know, I actually never did anything for this country. You know, our houses is 1994. Up to today, we don't have our houses. You understand? So what we're putting in for this country to make them happy, to put them on that stage. While we were playing, Nigeria was the 5th in the world. So if they cannot appreciate what people like me and Christian Chiku, when he was sick, has done for this country, I think nobody wants to play for Nigeria anymore. It's okay. Shameful.
Yeah. Okay, so coach, just buttressing some of the things you were saying, they will now reflect to 94. Yesterday, I saw a picture of Goose Eating when in 2002, Korea-Japan, the Korean-Japan coach that took them to the World Cup. At the end of the day, yes, even if it's a Dutch, he was given citizenship for Korea and life flights from the Korean Airlines and all that. 1994, yes, there were so much promises. And what can you, like all these things, we know some of them, maybe they were fulfilled or they were not, but can you just give us an insight also, because they are also learning to understand, because it will be other person's turn in future.
Like what actually happened, like our rewards and all that after the 94 World Cup?
Yes. Yes.
We didn't get any reward. No, not till now, nothing. All they did was call Bonfrey and Westall, give them, I think, land documents, which Fashalot did a couple of months, almost a year ago. But us in Nigeria that lives in Nigeria, we don't even have any document to show that this is our reward after in 1994 Nations Cup. So this is how it is. You understand? Nigerians, this you know, is all, I think it's all sectors of the Nigerian government. You know, the NFF and other sectors and all that, the Ministry of Sports and all that. You see, when a player gets injured while playing for the national team, they abandon that player. That's what they do. It has happened to me. I got injured. I went to do my story. Nobody talks about you. They leave you all alone instead of having an insurance to take care of you. Because if you go back to your club, the club insurance takes over. But while you're in Nigeria, I think the NFL should do something about that. When somebody gets injured, they should be in charge to make sure they treat that person. But what they do is they abandon you and look for other players. Until when you get better, then they actually come back. Is that how you treat someone that wants you want them to come and die for this nation? No, that's not how you treat them. So up till now, 24, 26 years ago, if I wanted to rent the houses they promised us, I think I can pay my bills with FIFA.
Okay, coach. So that means you, in a nutshell, you're trying to say that Nigeria doesn't appreciate, or Nigeria do not appreciate their heroes well enough.
Not Nigerians as per se. I mean the sector that runs sports or the country, because if the president doesn't know anything about what is going on, we have the Minister of Sports, the NFL president and all, to let them know what to do, to take care of these players, to give them their demands. What they promised since 1994 up to today, nothing has been done. And you expect one young man to come and kill himself to win laurels for Nigeria. That'll be a long shot.
Okay, yes, Coach, recently or these days, it's just an extension of what we are saying. We've seen players that, okay, they moved to Europe at the early age, and eventually when they were about playing for the senior national team, some of them, they take their time and they need to study, okay, why would they choose this country for what? We've seen like of Tammy Abraham of Chelsea, he had to, okay, no, yes, he came back and he said, okay, he wants to play for Nigeria. But are we to blame? What are they seeing that a man Nigerian is not seeing?
You see, I don't think anyone that's, been born in Europe or anywhere out of Nigeria, if you don't know the system, you're better off playing for the England national team or the American or whichever country you're born in than coming to Nigeria, because you get everything that you need with that national team. You understand? It's only when they can't play in their countries of birth they want to come to Nigeria. You understand? So it's not like they picked them first. If Dele Ali wanted to play for Nigeria, he would have come, but he played for England because he had better chance there. He grew up there. He knows everything about his career. Actually started there. He doesn't know anybody here. So I think it's best for him to play for England than to play for Nigeria, because if you get injured, they won't even take care of it. Maybe someone told him. Even when I was coaching the national team, if I could get Victor Moses to come and play for Nigeria, it was a problem. You understand? Because they know that if you get injured, they will never take care of you. So this is what we have to change. This is what we have to change to make sure these players are properly taken care of. If they get injured, make sure they have an insurance that can take care of them. But we don't do that. We don't have things like that.
Okay, but Coach, recently we've been seeing the Minister of Sports trying to reward the effort of some of our heroes in time past. We see some of the changes he's been bringing into the sector. What do you think that it's a step in the right direction? And what would be your advice to him?
I think it's a step in the right direction. Yeah, I can hear you. I think it's a step in the right direction. You understand? We'll see what's going to happen. He's just been here for only 1 year, and he's been going around talking to people and telling us what his plans are. Let's see how he's going to implement those plans to make sure, it doesn't fall on the wayside. I like him. He's been working very, very hard, and I actually discussed my case with him and all. He was trying to see how he was going to help. But when he's just coming to the office like that, you have other things to worry about. It's just not my case. But they did the best that you could to talk to some people to see if they could help me. But I think he's going towards the right direction, but he has to be very focused on, specific issues. When there's something, you got to make sure you go over that thing and take care of it. Like we're worrying about how bad the country has done, taking care of its players and ex-players that are injured and are sick. I think they should come up with a fund or a committee that can sit and take care of players that have played for the national team. I don't care if you played one game, as long as you've won the national jersey. If you have any problems, they should be able to take care of you and help your children too, to a certain extent.
Okay, Coach, we'll be rounding up very soon, but 2 questions from my end before we leave. The first one would be, what has changed since the news about the FIFA ban broke last year? Has anything changed for you? And what would be your next line of action?
Everything has changed for me because I can't do what I want to do as a sports person after 35 years of playing and coaching. You want me to be a farmer? Where am I gonna start from? The reality hits you when your whole life has been, washed down the toilet, because this is what I know how to do. This is what I love to do. And suddenly, out of nothing, because I couldn't reply an email, you just banned me for life for what I didn't even do. So it's been very tough. But I know I'm going to get out of it, as soon as this appeal is, hearing comes into play.
Okay, Coach, my last question will be, based on all of these things you've said, do you have any regrets at all representing your country?
No, I don't, because I'm still who I am. What I've done for this country, nobody can take it away. And the fans that I have that are still, Coach, don't worry, you'll be fine. Encouragement from, people. Wherever I go, they recognize me as a legend and they treat me with a lot of respect. So I appreciate Nigerians for what they've done, for what they've made me to be, and all the support. It doesn't matter if I've been banned for life, but I still have that support wherever I go, with the respect that I always get. So I think I'm going to get out of it. Yeah.
Okay, Coach, my second to the last question. 2005, you were at the final with us, and MESSI came from nowhere, 2 penalties, and that was it. You've seen the young player, and he has played against your team, I think, twice. Just a summary of, then how did you feel after that game?
You're talking about MESSI?
Yeah.
MESSI?
Yes, MESSI, yes.
MESSI has been a whiz kid right from when he was 17 years old. He showed himself as an upcoming talent. Whenever I knew he was going to be this great, but he had it in him that he was going to be a good player, not this great. He's one of the best players in the world. So it was fun meeting him, playing against him when he was that young, and we can see what he has shown the world that he's made of, but our boys did very well too. Most of them went to Europe and did very well for themselves and for the country. So it was a good ride, going through my coaching career, winning all these laurels with those young boys and all that. I think it has been a very good run, very good one. And the only thing I can say that hasn't worked out well with me was with the national team, the Super Eagles.
Okay. My final question, Coach. Arguably, you are the one that has really discovered talents for Nigeria. Even like I know some of the players that even play. Okay, let's say in the last 10 years, you discovered some of them. If I'm not mistaken, many of them. Now, how does this feel? And your advice for young boys that get messages from whoever, like, okay, I want to take you to Europe and this and that. Just give us a brief summary of how that's discovering of player and those that will be scammed abroad and all that.
They've scammed a lot of them already. So a lot of people call me even to say, Coach, I have a player, I have a brother, I want him to go to Europe. I said, it doesn't work that way. You can't just go to Europe. Someone has to invite you to go to Europe. No, I have money. I said, no, it's not your money that will take your brother to Europe. There are ways of doing it. You gotta play with the under-17s, and join the team that's going to Europe for a tournament, where other scouts will come and watch you and all that. You can't just carry a player and go to Europe and you start looking for clubs, to practice with. You can't get this kind of things. It won't happen. You have to do everything from here. Then they give you an invitation to go over there so they can see you. Or if you have videos of your games that you've played, you can send it to them. They'll look at it and they'll say, wow, this guy is good. Let's give him a chance. Send me an invitation to come over. And that's how it works. Otherwise, they will just scam you and abandon you there before you know you become a refugee.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach.
Coach, what would be your final message to Nigerians going forward? Like, we know that the case will be heard next month. So what would be your final message to Nigerians generally?
Well, first of all, I want to thank the ones that actually came out to support my appeal. You know, I'm very grateful, and I thank each and every one of them. And from the bottom of my heart, I know this is a serious allegation that's trying to destroy my career. And by the grace of God, I know I'm going to come out of this. I'll be coming out stronger and better. That I know. So this is just the beginning of, you know, sometimes when good things want to happen, you know, bad things will happen first to see how good you can, you know, come out of it. So I thank everyone. By the grace of God, I'm coming out stronger and better to back to my coaching career. And this will be history, something to talk about, you know, when this thing is over.